And poverty and insecurity are preventing many parents from sending their children back to school as the new academic session begins across Nigeria. The situation is not limited to urban centers. Families displaced by banditry and violence across northern states are now struggling to survive, with education becoming a distant priority. Some internally displaced persons who relocated to Kaduna say many of their children are no longer in school because they can barely afford daily meals. Now, Trust TV's Bello Musa visited the affected communities and now reports.
Attacks on communities, schools, and the abduction of students have become a recurrent problem in northern Nigeria. In December 2025, renewed attacks heightened national concern over the safety of schools and students, forcing the closure of several schools in security-prone areas. In Marabanjos, Kaduna, school resumption is only a story for many displaced parents now living in poverty and trauma after fleeing their communities. Safia Idris relocated to this community after bandits attacked her village in Kaduna State. She now struggles with her husband to feed their children, leaving no money for school.
It was an elderly woman in the compound where I live who gave me 1,000 naira to enroll my children in Islamia school. I gave birth to only one daughter in the village before bandits displaced us from our community to this one where I had the other children.
Lawal Ibrahim was displaced from Sabo local government area of Kaduna State, weak and distressed. He says education is no longer a priority when survival is uncertain. My children don't go to school, neither Islamia nor conventional school. I don't have money, so I can't send them to school. Their stories reflect the reality of thousands of families whose children's education has been disrupted by insecurity. Education expert and administrator Sanusi Rajo warns that the situation is a serious setback for the North and could lead to long-term consequences if urgent steps are not taken.
Since the problem arises that is in Kebbi and Niger State, the federal government announced the closure of schools, which affects some states, or almost all the states in Nigeria. But till now, nobody can come out and tell you what are the plans done that can be seen available to the people. That the federal government has, or the state government, or local government have made adequate plan to protect these children in their schools.
Although the government has introduced initiatives such as the Safe School program to protect learning institutions, security consultant Muhammad Ali says stronger intelligence sharing and community involvement are needed, especially in rural communities.
We have to look at the vulnerability and criticality of all the institutions, both tertiary and secondary. Then we sit down and do a very thorough analysis as to the vulnerability and criticality of the institutions. That will determine the kind of defense system that will be put in place. That way, I believe, will come to an end of a situation where state governments will close down schools. And the closure of schools, as far as I'm concerned, is a very defeatist tendency. It's given the bandits the audacity to feel, oh, they are above government, or government is afraid of them. This should not happen. It must not happen again.
No fewer than 723 schools have been closed across 9 states due to insecurity. Experts are calling on the government to deploy more security to schools and provide support to displaced families to prevent a total collapse of education in the region. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.